Yeah, welcome back to my channel, Dr. Koya Eberson. Today we are going to look at the electronic transmission controversy, the battle for Nigerian electoral transparency. Now, the future of Nigerian election is being quietly decided in the National Assembly, and a little alteration, a little change of language alone may actually determine whether the elections are going to be transparent or questionable. Now, Nigerians are insisting on electronic transmission at real time, and that is what was proposed in the electoral bill that went to the House of Reps and the National Assembly. Now, what is electronic transmission? Now, electronic transmission of results is also known as, sending the results digitally or electronically from the polling units to the INEC server. So what will transfer at the polling unit if electronic transmission is passed as part of the bill is that at the polling unit, the presiding officer, after announcing the results at the polling unit, and they've signed the results, then the presiding officer will now snap the result at that polling unit and send it to the INEC server directly. Now, this process has certain advantages. Now, one of the advantages is that the results, it will reduce the chances of manipulating election results. Another advantage is that it will increase the transparency of the electoral process. The third advantage is that it will allow Nigerians to monitor the results wherever they are online. So you can stay in your house and be monitoring the election results in your house as far as you have data. The fourth advantage is that it reduces human interference in the collations, because you find out that most of the times the manipulations and the falsifying of results comes during the collation points. So all those collation centers, from the ward collation centers to local government collation centers, all these processes will be eliminated. And these are some of the advantages that Nigerians are insisting that the results should be transmitted electronically at real time. Now, when you look at how the electoral bill, the stages that the electoral bill have passed through, and you find out that even the House of Reps actually passed the bill recommending for electronic transmission of results at real time. And that was also the recommendation that was given to the Senate by the House Committee on Electoral Matters. But at the end of the day, the Senate is now insisting that even though electronic transmission is still there, but now it is not mandatory. It is now the prerogative of INEC to either transmit the results, or they can decide not to transmit the results based on either whether there are enough infrastructure to enable them transmit the results, or whether there is a situation where the technology allows them to transfer, then they can transfer, and where the technology does not allow them to transfer, they can leave it. And they are also saying that maybe areas where there are insecurity, because of security reasons, they may or may not transfer the results. And that is where Nigerians are insisting that one will create room for manipulations of the results. Now, the Senate is insisting on this based on the fact that, one, they are saying that because of network problems, that in some parts of Nigeria, maybe they may not have the network to transmit the results on real time. And as such, giving the INEC a mandate to transmit the results by all means will create problems for INEC. The second reason is that they are saying that if such results are not transmitted in real time and such matters goes to court, that there is a likelihood that the courts will reject those results. These are some of the reasons that have been advanced by the National Assembly why they are saying that the election results should not be transmitted on real time, but it should be the prerogative of INEC. Now, if that is allowed, then Nigerians are saying that it is like a repetition of the 2022 Electoral Act, because from the processes that this electoral bill has passed through, the real change, the game changer in this new electoral bill is the electronic transmission of results. And the only way that Nigerians can be sure that their votes will count and that the electoral process is transparent and that people will believe in the electoral process is to ensure that results are transmitted electronically and at real time. And they are giving examples of the elections of 2023, that all the results of the House of Representatives were electronically transmitted at real time. The results of the Senate elections in 2023 were also transmitted electronically at real time. It was only the presidential election that the INEC said that there are glitches. And the fact that INEC has disappointed Nigerians, leaving the destiny and the fate of 2027 elections in the hands of INEC, is what Nigerians are saying. They will not be able to trust INEC to that level to commit the elections of 2027 in the hands of INEC again. That's why they are insisting that there should be mandatory electronic transmission of results, because one, the advantages are so numerous, and if electronic transmission is not done, it will reduce transparency of the process. It will affect the democratic process. Instead of we moving forward in our elections and in our democracy, it will rather take us backward. And that is why they are insisting that the electronic transmission of results at real time should be the option. And that is why they are saying that Senate should stand and do the needful, because that is what Nigerians want, and they should give Nigerians what Nigerians want, not what they want, because Nigerians are the ones who elected them into office, and the voice of the Nigerians must be heard. And this controversy has generated a lot of outrages that has led to demonstrations and all this. To avoid such a public outcry, it is necessary that the Senate listen to the voice of reasoning and pass the mandatory transmission of election results to ensure that our democracy is stable and that the electoral process is credible. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel, because our democracy is on trial. And if you subscribe to this channel, you will hear more of this political analysis as they come by. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel and share this video. Thank you.